What's poppin', everybody? We back, man. Alrighty, man. Let's get this cook up ready. Let's go. Yo, what's up, world on the record? That's what's up, man. Drop it on the Discord. Join the Discord, and I'll check it out right now, man. Link is in the description, man. I would love to hear your song. Let me hear that. That's what's up, man. Send me the link. We got a Discord. We got a Discord. Ice Cold Good. Oh, I got it right here, man. Let's listen to it right now. Again, guys, if you ever have any music, join the Discord. We have a great community in there. We have around 12 users, I believe, or 11 members, and we just constantly just trying to collab, man. But I appreciate you dropping in, and let's listen to your song, Life Story by World on the Record. He just dropped it today, 22 hours ago, man. Let's do it. Go subscribe to him. Let's listen to it.
Sitting in my room all alone with my thoughts, writing music every day, trying to figure out the plot. I'm trying to figure out who I am and where I belong, yeah. My parents freaking split, didn't know where I would fit. Felt like I was just an angry little kid, but that when I was younger, and now I gotta move on. Yeah, we're having a great time, and I'm making all these songs. I love my family to death. Gotta keep them close and protect them at all costs, cause that's all I got left. Music's always been all my passion, always been something that I turn to, even when everything is crashing.
No, you got good quality, dog. I can tell you got good quality.
Even if the world caves in, I'ma never stop. I believe in what I believe in, yeah, these are my thoughts. You can't take this away, yeah. Music is my blood, it's in my brain.
Nah, fuck with it, man. I really fuck with it. Sounds like you're really pouring your heart out. You're talking about some real shit. That's good, man. 5 subscribers, man. Don't let up. Don't let off the gas, man, because it's about consistency, all right? But I appreciate you, man. That's a good song, and you got good quality. I just believe now. You know, let's see what else you got.
Cheap, and we still got people in the goddamn streets. Everybody knows about me and my blonde hair, blue eyes scheme.
Okay.
It's only a new day, same things always on repeat like the movies.
Okay.
Parents freaking split, didn't know where I would fit. Felt like I was just an angry little kid.
Oh, man, come on, man. You got the right idea. I'm fucking with the quality. The quality is there, man. Now it's just trying to find your sound, your way of like actually like spitting, and that's pretty much like, you know, you just gotta keep dropping music. That's the only thing I would say. You're going the right path, man. Appreciate you. let's get back to this beat. Again, if y'all ever have any music y'all want to drop in the Discord, just drop the link. I'll go listen to it, and I'll give you my honest review. And again, guys, if you have any questions about mixing and mastering, music production, music business, or anything that involves music, you want to show your music to me, hey man, we got a Discord, or drop it in the chat. We're just trying to collab, man. We do this weekly. I'm trying to do this weekly live stream, so hey man, let's do it. Right now we're just vibing out with some beats, but again, if you have any music y'all want to share, drop it in the Discord or the chat. Hell yeah, man. That's the way to go. What distributor are you using? You're using DistroKid, City Baby, TuneCore. We personally use DistroKid right now. Mostly everybody in the community on my Discord is using DistroKid. Just because we could all do like splits, pretty easy. But yeah, man. I'm excited for you. That's always a good feeling. And again, if you have any questions about, how to import, how to upload your music on DistroKid, and different ways and techniques you can get to maximize the most streams out of your music, let me know. Freecord, never heard of that one. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, I never heard about this one. Let's see. Unlimited uploads and exposure for free forever. Upload music for free, get discovered. Usually something like this is weird. What does it mean, free? Yeah, that's kind of... I need to look into Freecord, because it kind of seems a little suspicious when they ask for free. So either they're trying to own your masters or they keep a part of your royalties, I'm pretty sure. Get discovered, see where other platforms and royalties promote, get funded. We'll see. Gotta definitely look out for this one, because looks cool. I mean, oh wow, keep 100% of your earnings. Cool. I'm gonna look into this one. Appreciate you for letting me know about that. Appreciate you, man. No, again, like we all collab here, so these ain't my all my samples, and again there's communities out there with loops and stuff. Like again, guys, like if you collab, like that's the best way to even like get out there. Like again, like building loops, creating drum loops, all types of loops, man. It's a key benefit of fucking collabing is that it just exposes you to work with people, and it's just like 10 times better for everybody because now you're pumping out music. You make a beat with with their shit, and then they're pushing it out too because it's their loops also. So I dedicate myself really to just finding these loops and these other top tier producers who are willing to work, and we just be creating beats, man. And again, that's why I want to create this Discord, because this Discord is gonna be fucking busting, man. Like it's gonna be busy, and we're gonna try to get these placements now. So, but I appreciate you, man. We try to go hard. We're just mixing the beat right now. Do that over here. No. This. Okay, I think we got it pretty much set up. Again, that's more if you're like sampling from a known artist. Usually, like when you're like when producers are creating, you're creating, and sample doesn't mean sampling like how Kanye samples, right? Only the time you're actually sampling like actual for your song is like when you're sampling fucking Beyonce, or like you sample some like 60s band, or when you do that, you actually sample from the master. Then you got to get it cleared, like that's a problem. But when you're in production, like in barely making one aspect, which is the beat, one element of a song, which is the production, which is the instrumental, that's all these sounds are being made by VSTs, and they're creating chords, and it's not actual sampling where you get the vinyl, or you get a actual wave, and you're cutting up the actual master. So some people will, instead of going the route of like clearing a record, they will go get it. Uh, they'll go get it played by someone. That's the workaround, right? So let's say I actually have a really good sample, right? But I went and tried to go get it cleared, and the artist that was like, I was sampling doesn't really like it, or what other bullshit they do, right? Or they want like all of the record, right? They want the whole fucking royalties for one song. One way you can go around that is just go and get it played by something else. Get someone to play it, get it someone to interpolate it and play it themselves. But when it comes to like samples, like Splice and like Arcade and these Discord communities that they're sharing, like that's not a problem. Like it's when it gets placed. Now, if I go and get a beat placed, I have to go to the people who you know. So this is probably like two people that I'm using their kits from, their loops and stuff. So I will have to go get them involved because it's fucked up if I don't. And that's the key. I can put them out and push them and all this stuff, but as soon as it starts making money or revenue or, creating a placement, then we got to go and like, all right, cool. Like if fucking Future comes up and was like chooses this beat, well, I mean, it's good for us, right? Now we just got to split it three ways, like, and that's it. There's simple fucking math, right? There's three people on the beat, boom, that's it. Like I just don't see how people get like frustrated about making music when it's like there's just simple math done, bro. Like people can't be stingy. But yeah, it's two different type of sampling. You know what I mean? Sorry to go on a little rant or whatever, but I hope that answered it. Because I think you're talking about more about like the sampling clearance on a song than actually using samples in an instrumental. Only reason I asked is because there's one loop that I have in a loop pack, and I was wondering if stuff like that was to get cleared. Nah, like just use the loop, man. Like just use the loop. I feel like people get so scared of just loops and shit. It's like, bruh, if like hip hop is made out of sampling, it's in the definition. You use there's a drum loop, there's a drum pattern on top of a sample. That's hip hop. Everything that you ever thought about hip hop, like that's hip hop. It's just now you have to work around. Like Again, it's like you gotta be smart. Like, obviously, if the loop has fucking a Michael Jackson fucking sample that is just like pitched down and fucking reversed, like that shit is fucking, that's just wrong, you know. But when you're creating, you're sound designing and making these samples, and you're like trading them with other producers and getting, no, those are like, you can use them, man. You can use those whenever you want. It's just when you get a placement, it's when you have to figure that shit out. All right, and just remember that. It's just that. All right, let's see if that goes well. Boom, right there. Let's go. I think that's pretty much the beat. I think this one's done. Boom. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see what we got. Top charts. No, I appreciate you. We're on the record, man. You definitely have some good questions, and yeah, man. If you join the Discord, man, just keep dropping fucking questions, and just we'll teach you. We'll give you all the answers that we can. Some of us have been making music for more than 10 years, 15 years. Personally, me, I'm almost hitting that 16, 17 year mark. So yeah, there's a couple of things I can teach. But we're still keeping strong, and we don't. I'm gonna do this shit till I die, like for real, for real. So that's how much I loved it. Start with this real quick. Keep that. But again, guys, if you have any questions, keep dropping them on the chat, man. Let's have a conversation. I got a couple topics that I want to talk to you about coming up. So we're definitely going to get inside the whole, when do you need a manager? And now that's also a good question from World on Record. When do you need a manager? Do you need a manager? What's the purpose of a manager? And who should you get as a manager, right? So that's what's coming up. Also, we got the plugin of the week. Every week I try to, figure out a new plugin, especially from the Waves bundle. I'm a big advocate for the Waves bundle. If you haven't had a chance to go check out the Waves bundle is amazing. It's only $25, I believe, a month, and you get over 250 plugins with the bundle. So, again, $25 a month, you got 250 plugins, man, to work with. All types of plugins, But yeah, guys, y'all go check that out. And again, just stay in y'all seats. Keep watching, and we're gonna get into those topics soon. It's cold down here in Texas. We are freezing our balls off. But let's get to it real quick. Let's finish this B, and then we hop into the actual music class 101. mix the tracks. Take all this shit off. Alright, boom. Hit that bitch with the limiter. Let's go. Take that high pitch out. Alrighty, man. That should be it right now. It's good. And then we just gotta do the cuts and, you know, structure it out and add the effects. But yeah, guys, man, let's go on to the next topic, man. Next topic is going to be why you need a damn fucking manager. You know, let's see where my dog at.
Speaking of that, you wanted to talk about Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj, right?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I started watching an interview. Joyner Lucas is on Matt Hoffa's podcast. I think it's his most recent interview. It's himself, and then his manager is on the interview as well. I believe his name is Drew. But they're on it together. I haven't finished the whole conversation, but it's interesting. I just want people to know, like, when artists have talk about their label situation, their label stories, there's several sides to everybody's story. I have no idea if people are telling the truth or they're not. I don't know them personally. I can only go based off what they're saying. I can go based off what I've experienced in the music industry, but it sounded like a very genuine conversation. He tells the story of just kind of his management situation, how he met his manager, and then as they started to get some progress independently, they were introduced to Sha Money, or I think Sha Money reached out on Facebook, and there was the potential of like a co-management situation. And I've seen this happen a number of times, or just kind of from an artist perspective, like thinking through, like you have your manager and you're pursuing things independently. And as you get to a certain point, somebody more experienced comes in and offers to co-manage. And I just want to talk through like some of the things you might think about if that is a situation that you ever find yourself in, because I
You
feel
know
like,
what's crazy? Because I was talking to Sean Money about submitting records for the Joyner Lucas projects, and this was a long time ago, right? When this happened.
yeah, I think,
Yeah, and I was just figuring, okay, Sean Money just he's Sean Money. He knows talent, so he is not working with Joyner. That's just how it is.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know, like if somebody else came into the picture, if at the end of the day, if it was better for the artist or better for the label, then let's have that conversation. But I think a lot of older managers pursue these younger acts, and you might even look up to this person because this person has a name and you've known like all of the things that they've done, but it may not be the healthiest situation. And I would never, you should never rush into a management situation in general, but especially when you think of bringing another person in, what's that communication going to be like? What's that workflow going to be like? Who's going to be responsible for what?
Those are all, good questions, right? Like, again, having a manager is not just someone that gets you fucking deals, right? Again, he's working for his money, so if you're introducing another person into the circle, and let's say you are by yourself, maybe it is a good idea to bring in the manager. Take a little bit off your table, pursuing all these placements, and, get somebody that's going to actually go get you some placements, or, get you a song in the playlist, or, whatever the manager's job is to do for you, he does that for you. But again, let's say you already had a team of like, say, 5 people, 6 people, bringing in another manager, it has to make sure that, because again, the manager is probably going to take 15 to 30% off the rip. Same thing with, like, with the lawyer, like all the, it's adding another expense. So like if you're having a good already, have a solid team or a solid workflow, and you're just making yourself a little, you're shooting yourself on the foot if you're like, you don't really need a manager. You just need probably an assistant or some shit, right? Because again, managers knows how to get the money, right? But also, like, they're getting a cut too, and it's not just a easily 10%. Like, it could go up to like 30%. So, and when you're talking about $1 million deals, I mean, 300K out of every fucking $1 million. So yeah, it could get, you know, or you, like how they're saying, switching managers, and maybe you get a better experienced manager, and you got to replace the manager that you had, So
What does the compensation look like? Is it okay? It was an 80-20 situation with my manager. Am I just getting this person
Search for Taylor Brands to get that LLC next to you.
Yeah, so like if you already have a manager, right, and you have an 80-20 deal, why would you, you got to know, it's like, is it worth giving another 10% for the type of work I'm going to receive from the new manager that's more experienced? Maybe it is, maybe it not. Like, it's just, you have to see for everybody has a different situation.
And then the managers are going to split 20, so they get 10 each. What does that look like, right? So obviously your initial manager is going to feel some type of way because now his money theoretically is getting cut in half.
Yep.
With the hope that you grow the pie 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as big, so that they're not losing any money. But that's not going to happen right away, right?
Takes time.
And when should this new manager start commissioning revenue? Should it be right when he starts? Should it be after he's worked a little bit of time? Like, these are all the questions that you need to ask. It's not as simple as, okay, this is my manager that's gotten me to this point. He does these things well. Oh, wow, if I just add the relationships and the connections that this manager can bring on, oh, we're going to be to the moon after this. Like, it's not that simple. I think so I would always just kind of take a step back, have the conversation with your initial manager, like, sort through some of his or her concerns, and just make sure you're on the same page. So I'm not sitting here saying that situation could never work, but I just understand why there's some initial excitement and how you can rush into that, right? Yep. And then you get caught in maybe that manager doesn't really understand how independent artists move these days. He doesn't really understand, what exactly you're doing. And maybe it's the manager that you've been rocking with that has a better idea of like what the long-term vision is and knows kind of social media and
it's the same way as like when you have like you build that relationship with the producer with an artist, right? Or like the artist with the producer, or the audio engineer and the artist, like, right? It's one of those relationships that you got to have with the manager. It's one of those, like, you just can't be bouncing from manager to manager. Managers are, it grows into the relationship with the artist, so I personally don't think you need a manager, because most of the things that you could do for yourself, like with the manager, you could do yourself. I just feel like people just justify getting a manager because they're lazy and don't want to do it. And then they get mad because they take 20-30%. So it's just like, I mean, just gotta, like, if you can do it, you could do it. Like, managers are doing their job, but also it's just like, I mean, it's someone's time, so they got to get their fucking money. But I feel like artists sometimes just need to do more work. Nowadays you can't just be an artist. And if you are just an artist, you got to be fucking talented. Like fucking Chris Brown, he can fucking sing, dance, rap, and fucking play ball. Like, bruh, this guy is just a fucking different type of species. But yeah, man, it's like, I feel like managers are not until you, like, bro, you're getting these fucking brand deals and really fucking getting these millions, even the 100,000, like, but for like producers or like just people that are starting out, you don't need no goddamn manager. Do that shit yourself. Like, it's like the business world. If your LLC ain't making more than 40K, then don't fucking get an LLC. Just run that shit with your sole proprietorship. There's more tax benefits. And it's easier to run a fucking sole proprietorship if you're making less than 40K. But if you're not making more than 40K, like, there's no reason. You could do that shit yourself, man. So that's what I got about having a manager, man. You don't really need a manager. Most of the stuff that managers do, you could do yourself. I could go contact a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, if I need to. I could work my own deals. Like, there's a lot of fucking resources now online. There's been so many fucking examples of artists getting fucked over. Now there's enough information out there that y'all could go check it out and learn from those situations. So, all right, let's move on to the next, man. Let's go talk about the plugin of the week. My dog Confused from our Discord, he's always telling me about these fucking cool plugins. and he told me about this one, so we're gonna check it out. It is called the Waves IDX. So let's say it is by the Waves Dynamic plugin, and Wavy Wayne is gonna explain why.
Don't walk to the link right down in the description and get this IDX Intelligence Dynamics plugin for free. It's only free during this Black Friday weekend. If you don't get it now, you're going to have to pay, man. So don't play yourself.
Jeez.
Waves IDX is a
got it.
frequency-dependent compressor that intelligently finds excessive frequency energy in your tracks and reduces them, making it easier to mix without overcompression or EQ. Whew, that was a lot. Man, just take a listen.
I need a bag of blue hundreds, I want it up on it, I'm running up on it. I need a lot of pink 50s, I want it in plenty, I'm running to get it. I need a bag of blues and a pack of pink.
Wow.
I feel like a gender reveal, walking out the bank. I get money, baby, money, baby, money, baby. Money, baby, money, baby, money, baby.
What up, y'all? I'm Wavy Wayne from WavyProAudio.com, and this channel is all about helping you to record and mix better and faster. Today, we are looking at the all-new Waves IDX Intelligent Dynamics plugin. In this video, I'll explain why this plugin is unique, how you can use it, and we'll put it to the test. So, let's get started. When you have a dense mix, tracks can get buried.
Oh, come on, man. Fuck the fucking ads. Nah, but we good.
We end up butchering that mix with EQ or killing the dynamics with compression. IDX, though, it uses intelligent frequency-dependent compression to fix the tension in your mixes. It's got me saying a lot of big words, too. I like to think of it as automatic multiband compression, except it's way easier to use and you ain't got to think about none of the controls on a multiband, okay? It automatically compresses your signal based on the busiest frequency ranges, the parts giving the most energy. One of the most unique features, though, is that the more you use it, the better the results, and I will show you exactly what I mean.
Oh, so wow, it learns.
It's so very simple, man. This is really it, and I love plugins that don't have a whole bunch of controls on it. The first thing that you would notice is this little screen at the top here, right? That's just gonna be showing you your original signal down at the bottom, your input signal. And then once you turn up this little control, the big knob in the middle, this is the threshold. This is gonna determine how much compression you're getting. All right, and at the top, you can see how much reduction is actually happening. So bottom input, the top is the reduction. The middle line is simply the threshold, but it doesn't move. What it actually is it'll show you the shape of the threshold and how it responds. So you can tilt that threshold to actually control and compress more of the high frequency energy, or you can tilt it to control and compress more of the low frequency energy. Okay. You can also just grab this as a node if you got certain parts that you just want to attack, right? Or you can hold the command key, and by holding command, you can change this node into a shelf, whereas if you want to kind of more aggressively hit the low end and leave the top end alone, or vice versa, you can do that with this node. Just like regular compressor though, you do have the choice of speed. So this speed is a combination of the attack and release all in the same thing. So if you want faster.
One thing that can really boost your mix is cutting out bad frequencies. Things get muddy real quick. Yeah, subtractive EQing. Yeah, exactly. No, man. It's not a common sense thing, because a lot of people will, like, you know, instead of like actually like, okay, like I get some stems put in. Again, a lot of people would just start fucking adding effects and stuff instead of doing subtractive EQing and, you know, taking all the bad shit out. That should be always your first move when you get like a, you know, you're mixing and mastering a song, or just, you know, getting samples, you know, starting a beat. Like, you do subtract the EQing first. You got to, like, take all the bad shit out, and then you start amplifying and boosting and doing whatever you want, adding effects to it.
Compression speed, you turn to the left. If you want slower, you turn to the right.
But the cool thing about this, like how you said, I think it learns. You know, it learns about their mixes and stuff. So I think that's the reason why it's called Intelligent Dynamics, because there's probably something built in where it learns about your mixes.
Starts off at like a moderate setting. You also have control over the knee of the compression. Now this, without getting too technical for y'all right now, hard knee is going to lend to more punchier sound. Soft knee is going to be a more smoother sound. So I would start off with like hard knee for anything that I feel is like drums or percussive or anything like that. And a soft knee will be more for like my vocals and melodic instruments. And then if we come over, we have auto gain, which automatically corrects for the gain. So once you are doing, remember, compression is literally attenuating your sound. So ultimately your signal is going to get lower whenever you're using this IDX, but in the background they're automatically making up for that gain, so it keeps the exact same overall energy in the mix. And to see how that's working, right, you actually have an input level meter and an output level meter to make sure that you always are putting out the same amount of signal as you coming in with, if that's your goal. Now if you don't want that to be your goal, you just click on that auto gain feature and you can literally turn it off so easily. Now just in case you want to do something like maybe compress the low end of a vocal without raising up the overall loudness of the vocal or whatever that instrument is, you can do that without having the auto gain going, and then kind of use it like a traditional multi-band compressor in that sense, to where it's not also reintroducing the same level back into the mix. Okay. You got your output control. And then you got a quick match. This quick match button, you can hit this to, whenever you're not using auto gain, this is gonna be best to automatically set however much compression you're getting to the output, right? And it'll just automatically snap that output to follow how much gain you are attenuating, how much attenuation, I should say, you are getting from this plugin. Now look, let me just show you how it works on this beat real quick. Let's take everything off here, solo this beat. So listen, I'm gonna reset the plugin back to its factory default settings. And the first thing that you just wanna do is start to raise the threshold. And again, since we got auto gain on, we're not perceiving any level changes that much, but let's.
If you work with vocals, let me show you how to save tons.
So you could add it to like for instrumentals, so I'm gonna try to do that right now.
You can feel the level changes now. We can even see how input and output meter reacting. So for this, I feel like the high end of this beat is just a little bit too bright, and it might start interfering with my vocals. So I'm gonna use the threshold tilt to tilt this over to the right a little bit. And I'm gonna turn my auto gain back on though. And I just wanna have the IDX attenuate some of those high frequencies for me.
Ooh, I heard that. The hard option is crazy. No, I like the hard version better. No homo.
Cool. I think that sounds pretty good.
That's
now,
crazy. Let me go fucking do that shit right now. Let's see. Let's put it on my submaster, my submix. Let's do. What is it called? Do I have it already? Let's set the IDX. What is it called? Do I have it? IDX. Oh, we don't have it. Let's see. Let's see if we got it. I thought I did have it. Dang, we got all these fucking plugins. Let's see. Damn, we don't got it. Thought we did have it. What was the other one then? Yeah, I mean, there's a fucking shit ton of fucking plugins. Oh, this one's a different one. Damn, we gotta go get that one. Cause this one looks cool.
Bring in some of these vocals. I've already added the IDX on some of the vocals, but let's, on these like my background vocals, we're not gonna worry about those so much, but let's take a look at the lead vocal on this track and let's see, we'll actually mute those backgrounds for now, and let's see how this works on a vocal.
I need a bag of blue hunters, I want an abundant, I'm running up on it.
You see that some of that mid-frequency, that mid-range energy was getting a little bit too out of control. And so, again, all I did really here, I left the settings as they were, and I just turned up the threshold really simply. Oh, yeah, I should also mention that there's a mix control down here at the bottom if you want to blend between the wet and dry signals.
I need a bag of blue hunters, I want an abundant, I'm running up on it. I need a lot of pink 50s, I want an
Now, listen to how much clearer this vocal starts to pop out the mix.
So you could use it for anything,
Bring
which is
the
crazy.
threshold up and start compressing it with the IDX.
Yeah, man. That bundle, bro. That bundle again. Like, I'm not getting sponsored by Waves or anything, but if I told you, like, this is one of the best bundles out there, bro. It's the Waves bundle, bro. Like monthly, you could do. You know, it's $20 a month if you do it yearly, but monthly it's $25 a month, and you get a 7-day free trial, so that's pretty cool. And you get 2 licenses, so you can have it on 2 machines. You know, I have a PC. You know, I'm running Mac on my laptop, my M2 Pro, but I got a PC that I also do shit on. So I have both licenses, both computers running on one license, so, or you know what I mean, one account. And then hopefully they add the IDX, because they're always adding shit. But over 240, man, 240 plugins, bro. It's fucking awesome. Righty, guys. This question right here, how to mix vocals to sit inside of a 2-track beat. My dog Confused also gave me this question because he's having trouble, and he's always trying to figure out how to sit, you know, vocals better in a 2-track. Because most of the time when you're doing hip hop, especially like, or R&B, whatever, most of the time the beat's gonna be a 2-track stereo track, like, so.
It is, man. It's your boy Q, aka the Wave Man, here with thewavemonopoly.com to bring you guys another tutorial.
Yeah. And again, like when it's about vocals, bro, the best thing you could do is fucking just record a great vocal. You know, that I feel like that's what a lot of people fucking messed up. You know, they're like, you know, they're trying to get a good vocal with a shitty ass mic and a shitty ass fucking, you know, like I could count so many people that fucking has sent me shit from BandLab and they're recording with their fucking Apple mic. Don't get me wrong, I've done a lot of good music off of BandLab and people recording through their mics, the headphone mic. Like, I get it, you gotta do what you gotta do, but when we're talking about real music and shit, like, these people are recording on a $8,000, $10,000, $20,000 mic, you know, and it's running through fucking a analog fucking a preamp and a fucking compressor, and those two little things are fucking over 10 G's. So now their vocal chain, their analog vocal chain, is over $30,000. So like, come on, guys, like there's gonna be, you know, there's the Louis Vuitton and then there's Walmart, right? So which side do you want to be on? Not everybody can start at the Louis Vuitton, but shit, you can start with the Walmart and work your way up. So walk your ass down the street and go to Louis Vuitton, man, and learn something. because that's what we do. Yeah, subtract. Yeah, just sweep around and just fucking clean the vocals. That's how you do it.
Today, we're getting into.
But when you have a good ass mic and all that shit, like you don't need to do that. You don't need to do it as much, right? So, but you have to learn how to fucking use the equipment. You know, the equipment's not gonna make you.
To how to mix that 2-track perfect.
But let's get into this.
Vocals to cut through the mix. You already know what time it is, man. Look, let's get into this. Bang, dang, dang. Yeah. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another Way Monopoly tutorial. And today, we're going to be getting into how to manipulate that 2-track in order to allow your vocals to rise and fit in cohesively
rise
with the overall mix. Now,
he's a hand movement guy.
What's a 2-track? A 2-track is basically any instrumental that you'll get off of YouTube.
Damn, man, put those. You don't need to put those hands up.
Producer will send you. Now, the problem with 2-tracks is, number one, you aren't given all the elements and stems in the track to work with. Now, that's a problem because in a perfect world, we want to have every single element, every track. And
it's very key, guys. If you guys don't get the stems, man, your mixes are not going to come out that more polished. I always advocate all my artists that I do mixing and mastering for is to get the beat stems. You know, if you're going to go buy a BeatStars beat or Airbit beat or whatever, get the stems, man. Spend that little extra cash and get the stems because your mix is going to be 10 times better. And you can be more, you know, you could customize it more. You can actually get better sound quality out of it because you're mixing the individual sounds, you know. So, again, if you can't do that, that's fine, man. We can work around with the 2-track beat and we can do what we do. But try to get the stems, man. Get the beat stems.
We want to have the guitar, we want to have the snare, we want to have the hi-hats, we want to have the second snare, you know, all these elements that make up a beat, in our case a 2-track, all those elements, we want to usually, in a perfect world, have those all separate, okay? We want those all so we can individually mix each of these and level each of these so that we're able to have our vocals sit in between all of them.
And most of the time when, like, let's say like I get a beat, I get one of my beats placed, most of the time when it's gonna get actually used by an actual real artist or like a person that's actually famous and shit, most of the time they're gonna ask you for the beat stems, so you gotta be ready. You right? Like I don't understand how like, or like a A&R or a representative of the label is gonna ask you, hey, can you send us the beat stems? We're trying to get this album mixed. And if you don't have the fucking stems, and they're probably not gonna use your song, because again, it's more control. It's more control on the song. So like you have to learn that you gotta fucking always bounce your stems and always keep track of your stems, because you never know, a fucking song might blow up, and then you know someone's asking you, damn, you got the beat stems, man? We got the song that's about to be busting, like fucking blowing up. Oh nah, man, I don't have the beat stems. What the fuck? Like, nah, man. And again, there's some cases that you don't need the beat stems and shit. It sounds good regardless of the 2-track. But it's one of the rules you gotta learn in music, man. It's like, what the fuck is stems? Like,
that, okay? Now, in most cases, we do not have that, right? So what do, guys? We get a beat off of YouTube, right? We get that beat off of YouTube and we pop it in, and we're just finding that for some reason our vocals aren't sitting in the track, okay? They're either sitting above the track or sitting below the track. But our objective is to fit that vocal in the track, all right? Now, the second problem is 9 times out of 10, these 2 tracks that we receive are fully processed. Now, what that basically means is these 2 tracks, these instrumentals have limiters on them, okay? Now, this is what we do in the mastering stage, okay? So you can imagine that this beat alone in itself is ready to go upload on Spotify. You get?
Yeah. So all my beats, like, if you know, like, we were just making beats, like, I make that bitch hit hard. You don't want that when you're mixing and mastering. You want to make that after you got the mix ready and, you know, you're ready to go to fucking mastering and, you know, use a limiter and boost that bitch up. So that's the thing. That's why you gotta have the stems ready if you're a producer.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to kind of take some steps back or kind of try to reverse some of these processes so that we're able to.
But like, and again, like when, you know, I'm selling beats, I'm trying to get these beats, to artists that are trying to rap on them. So obviously I want to have them already fucking hitting, sounding good and stuff. But that can hinder the artist because, like, again, now you have a master beat and they're trying to record on a master beat, then trying to get it again mastered. So it's gonna be, it can fuck up the whole sound. So again, when you just gotta have the stems, so much easier. Like, it's so much easier.
Fit our vocal in a space within this 2-track. Now, how we're gonna do that is gonna be all in this tutorial right now. I don't wanna hold you guys any longer. Let's get right into this bang thing. You heard? Listen, now the first thing that we're gonna be looking at right now is our demo. Our demo was recorded through the Wave Monopoly template Flick Tape, which is a Wave Monopoly template that is a vocal chain, guys. If you're interested, we have it for all DAWs, GarageBand, FL Studios, Logic, Pro Tools, Ableton, whatever you need, we got it, guys. Just go check out the site wavemonopoly.com and get yourself a vocal template if you would like. This vocal template that we recorded in was the Flick Tape template. So let's go ahead and play this, guys, for you right now and see what we're gonna be getting into today. All right, let's get it.
I be really in these streets so hard. This can't act like they don't remember me. I'm in these streets going hard to the tip top. My chick tip top, and she really put that on that drip drop.
All right, as you can hear, this vocal is properly cutting through the mix, but as you can see, we are working with a 2-track. So how did we do this? Let's go ahead and strip this down and let's get into it, all right? Now, the first thing that we mentioned earlier were these 2 tracks were already processed down to the T, which means these instrumentals were already mastered and limited, compressed, all type of different processes were already done to this 2-track. So we want to start to kind of reverse these processes. The first and very first thing you're always going to want to do when you're dealing with mixing vocals into a 2-track is going to be
right back, guys.
This actual 2-track.
Again, guys, before I go, I need to go to the restroom, but gain staging, man. I always talk about fucking gain staging. That's always key. So we talked about that last stream a lot. Yeah, people still use fucking Garage, man. Just use Logic, man. It's only $100, I believe. But I don't use Logic. I use FL Studio for everything. I'll be right back.
So, all right, now what we're going to be seeing is this 2-track is already going to be hitting 0, which means it is hitting that threshold that you're going to want to be uploading music to on streaming platforms, which means it's maximized. Anything that starts to go above that will start to begin to introduce distortions and all type of different harmonics that more than likely become unpleasant to the ear. So we don't want any of that coming into our mix. So what we first want to do is gain stage, okay? Now, gain staging doesn't mean, oh, just turn down your beat. Just turn it down using the fader. Just turn it down. We can't just turn it down because by doing just a volume change will only affect after all the inserts in that vocal chain or this 2-track chain, okay? So that's saying, okay, turn down the volume after all these processes, okay? Now, we can't do that. We cannot do that because say we add an EQ and some compression. Now, as we start introducing each of those effects, we might start to introduce distortion because we know when we EQ, we're basically raising the volume of different frequencies. So what we want to do is gain stage before we even start adding any effects. So what we want to do is use a gain plugin, okay? In our case, in Pro Tools, we have one called Trim. So what we went ahead and did was brought that down to -13, about -13. Now what this is going to do, guys, is give us headroom, proper headroom to be able to start affecting this 2-track without introducing distortions. So that's the first thing we're going to want to do, guys. Gain stage. First thing you want to do. The second thing that we're going to want to do is introduce something called a transient shaper. There's many different transient shapers, but in our case, we're going to be using a transient shaper called Smack Attack, okay? So Smack Attack is a transient shaper that comes from Waves Audio. Link will be in the description if you want to check this plugin out. Now, a transient shaper is basically the opposite of limiting. So this is where this starts to come in. Because this 2-track has limiting on it, obviously, we want to use a transient shaper to kind of reverse that process. So what a transient shaper basically does is it finds those transients, right? What a transient is those first hits, instances of sound those first instances of sound, what it does is it takes those and enhances them, okay? So what that allows to happen is the snares, those percussion elements, the kick drum, the hi-hats, it allows it to stand out more forward into the beat, and it allows the music to kind of sit backwards. Now, why that's important is because now, since we are kind of separating those two elements, we're able to sit the vocal somewhere in the middle, okay? That's the concept between all of that. So
you're gonna be really blown away by this. Just gonna press this and see what it gives us.
It's amazing to create chord progressions and melodies. It's very, very easy to apply. Simply press generate. That sounds really cool.
It's finally time. MIDI Wizard 2.0 is out right now. This is the ultimate new way to instantly generate crazy chord progressions and melodies in 32 genres and get infinite inspiration.
They put 32 different genres in this plugin alone, with 3 unique modes that allow you to focus on chord progressions or top melodies, or a hybrid mode, which is a combination of both. So there's literally trillions of possibilities. Nothing's pre-made, everything is generated fresh every time you click the randomize button.
The possibilities are endless and you can have so much fun doing this. All you gotta do is select your genre, select your key, and see what it gives us. Plus the ability to finish tracks so much faster and incorporate new AI technology so you can stay ahead of the curve when it comes to all the other music producers.
There you go. Sorry, guys. We back, though.
I be really in these streets so hard. This can't act like they don't remember me. How many streets going hard?
Smack Attack. What the hell? Never heard of that one. That's a Waves plugin.
To the tip top, my chick tip top, and she really put that on that drip drop one cup.
all right, now, as you could hear, this kind of adds more energy to the track, okay? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for more dynamics, basically. We're introducing our dynamics back into this mix, okay? That's why we use a transient shaper. Get the energy, allow our transients to kind of create that space in the 2-track so we can start allowing our vocal to sit in the mix. Now, the next thing that we're gonna have to do is corrective EQ. So how we do this is by understanding where our vocals is trying to sit, and what we're trying to do is use the corrective EQ and EQ out those combating frequencies inside that 2-track. So what are we gonna do first? All right, we're gonna go ahead and just, for visual purposes, let's go ahead and look and actually see where the vocals are trying to sit, where a bulk of it is trying to sit. So let's go ahead and get the F6 RTA from Waves, another great plugin from Waves, guys. We'll be linking in the description if you want to check it out.
Ooh, another Waves plugin.
Let's go ahead and look at this right now and analyze and see where the bulk of this vocal is trying to sit.
I be really in these streets so hard. This can't act like they don't remember me. How many streets going hard to the tip top? My chick tip top, and she really.
Okay, as you can see, this vocal is trying to sit between around that 2K frequency hertz range and around the 1K range, okay? So that's the bulk of the body where this vocal is trying to sit, all right? So what we're gonna do is use the same plugin, the F6 RTA, and what we went ahead and did was basically carved out a space in that 2-track. Now, the real special thing about this plugin is that it has mid-side processing. Now, what that basically is
and that's another topic we're gonna get into another day, is mid and side. You know, we tend to always like EQ and left and right, but there's also another aspect of an EQ where it's just mid and side, and it gets more complicated because you can't really hear that. But we'll get into it another time because it's a very important, especially in mastering.
Basically being able to affect the middle and the side separately. So what we went ahead and did was, since we noticed, like we just looked at before, that the vocal's trying to compete for that space in the 2K, 1K range, we went ahead and dipped. We went ahead and cut pretty widely that range, as you can see. So what we went ahead and did was we did a dip of -3.5, which is a lot, but in this case, because the bulk of the body of those claps and those percussions and just that mid-range is fighting for this position. So what we went ahead and did is curved this out. So we did a negative 3.5 cut at about the 1300 range, as well as the 2200 range as well. Now, we went ahead and clicked mid. We're only affecting the mid. We don't want to affect the whole stereo image, okay? We just wanted to affect the middle. So that's what we went ahead and did. We carved out that space using the F6, the mid, the middle, and we took out about that 2000 to 1000 hertz range. Now just listen how it just brings a certain clarity as we take out that range in the 2-track. Let's get into it. Off and then on.
I be really in these streets so hard. This can't act like they don't remember me. How many streets going hard to the
Yeah, you
tip
can hear it.
top? My chick tip top, and she really put
Just
that
polishes
on
it.
As you can hear, that range that they were both combating to fight for, we allowed the vocal to actually sit in
On
that
top,
pocket where
yeah.
we wanted it to sit. Now, the last, but definitely not least thing that we're going to be doing right now is
I
kind
got-
of
yeah, I
following up
use
on
that.
that mid-side processing, okay? So what this plugin is right here is a center plugin that's from Waves as well. Now, the special thing about this plugin is we're able to control the side spectrum as well as the center, okay? Now, the reason we're using this is to kind of open the track, okay? So what we're doing right now is we're going to allow those highs to move to the side, okay? We want those to take up the side of the stereo image, okay?
And come
And then we
down.
want the center, the low frequencies to sit more in the center, okay? And kind of allow our vocals to then squeeze in the middle, okay? Kind of find that space in the middle. High frequencies to the side, low frequencies hitting towards the middle, getting rid of that mud, and allowing a space for our vocals to sit. As you can see, we put our lows, we let those go towards the center. We're starting to push those to the center. Our highs towards the sides, and then our punch, our kicks, those transients, we want those to be in the center as well, okay? And what we went ahead and did was brought our center, we pulled those back by negative 2.1 dBs, and then we brought our sides up by 2.1, okay? Now what this did was created that space. Let's go ahead and listen with it off and on.
I be really in these streets so hard. This can't act like they don't remember me. How many streets going hard to the tip top? My chick tip top, and she really put that on that.
Very subtle, but there's a change.
Now, as you can hear, after all 3 or 4 of these effects were placed onto this 2-track, it allowed, real subtly, but it allowed our vocals to cut through and sit within this mix. And that's the overall goal that we're trying to go for when it comes to mixing our 2-track with our vocals. You already know what time it is, man. You know who it is, man.
Great tutorial right there. See what my dogs are doing. What's poppin', guys?
Yo, what's good?
What y'all doing?
I'm fucking doing a mix right now. Fucking.
Okay. Where my dog Taco at?
He's fucking taking a shower.
Again?
Yeah, well, he's probably supposed to get a taco. No,
Yeah, man. I'm live right now, man. We got people out here.
oh shit, I gotta hop in. I'm just fixing up some shit on a mix right now.
Nah, you good, man.
But then yeah, I'll hop in.
Hell yeah. But I was just telling everybody that, you know, we're a close community and we're constantly just growing.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Are you watching my stream right now or no?
nah. Let me watch it real quick. What you up to?
Yeah, like come and like listen to what I'm doing here. Fuck,
Let's
I'm just
do
like
it.
balancing.
Is my dog confused? You're using Studio One, right?
Yeah.
I keep getting thumbs up emojis.
Okay, here, let's start
I
this
might
back.
shoot the fades. You can keep bitching for a parlay. I'ma keep wishing when the stars fade. This life is a mission with a car chase. You don't wanna find out the hard way. I came a long way from the gutter. Inherited the pain from my mother. Had some day ones fade with the mutters. Expecting me to lay here and suffer. I'm tougher than the old me. Married this game without cold feet. Burnt by the flames of my own heat. Demons in my DMs. I keep getting thumbs up emojis. I might shoot the fade so they know me. Let them bleed out and pay for it slowly. To be blunt, I got it made with a stogie. Tossed to the wolves, untamed like a Mowgli. Keep it doji, like you out of Ozies. Nosy, bitches get nosy. Trying to get down with a brick, keep it low-key. I could pull a trick like I'm Loki. The bet is in the medicine, I'm sick but I'm cozy. I was in a tough spot, but you don't wanna take it there. If you had it like me, you would shake and bear. I'm in need of marketing, someone who could make careers. I've been at the shit, practicing, I need a break this year.
Yeah, we need to figure that out.
Bitching for a parlay. I'ma keep wishing when the stars fade. This life is a mission with a car chase. You don't wanna find out the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll probably just. Yeah,
But the vocals sound fucking clean as fuck.
Yeah, man, I did some heavy fucking, so here I'll show you my vocal chain for that. Verse probably the best one over to here. So started on like the auto tune. Oh no, that's my parallel compression thing. Okay, so hook main. Oh no, I did that with everything on there. Okay, so I think I did that to like just give it a little bit of a boost.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
but I think you have a
then
buzz
the whole
though.
vocal chain
Yeah,
is
there you
over
go.
here on Vox. Yeah. So
You can keep
that was just
bitching for a
literally, like,
parlay.
just
I'ma keep
sweeping.
wishing when the stars fade. This
And
life
then-
is a mission with a car chase. You don't wanna find out the hard way.
C4. I always use pop vocal.
Yeah, that pop vocal preset is
Man.
OP, man.
It is so like, cause you can EQ, like you can literally like compress around it and shit. Like,
Dude. Yeah,
it's
that,
so mint.
I always start with that preset, so yeah.
And then I go into RBox, and I boost everything. The only reason I do the C4 before that is because I don't want that like after the RBox. I don't want that like muffly shit.
Yeah.
After.
You haven't tried
I always do.
You haven't tried the SSL compressor?
Oh, dude, just wait. I got that over on
On the beat.
Actually,
You have it on the beat.
Actually, no. I'll show you what I use that for. Anyway, so for I just use RBox there, and then fresh air.
I heard good things about that
A little bit
one.
of separation. Like it's literally like you just do it to ear to literally just separate it.
Give
from
it
everything
that
a
width.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like you just gotta subtly use it like at the end, like almost like at the end of your chain, like when you feel like everything's coming together and then
Like
you could
saturation
also
kind of.
throw, yeah, well, sort of, but like fresh air is a lot better where it's like, bro, like here I'll show you like an example. So like
Yeah.
I'll just like solo that.
The vocal.
Yeah, or I'll just solo this track.
This life
So,
is
like,
a mission
listen.
with a car chase. You don't wanna find out the hard way.
Okay. Yeah. It's like the higher end, like the air. I guess that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
It gives
wait,
it that.
we're- Ah, fuck. But what track was? Oh, the Vox. Okay, yeah. So it'll be on everything. So yeah, listen.
You can keep bitching for a
So that's
parlay.
full air.
Yeah.
I'ma keep wishing when the stars fade. This life is a mission with a car chase. You don't wanna find out the hard way. I came a long way from the gutter. Inherited the pain from my mother.
Yo, it actually sounds sick
Had
up
some
there.
day
I'm not
ones
gonna lie.
paid with the mutters.
Right there. Right there.
I'm tougher than the old
Like-
right up here.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah,
by the
it
flames
does.
of my own heat. Demons in my DMs. I keep getting thumbs
Oh,
up
yeah.
emojis. I might shoot the fade so they know me. Let them bleed out and pay for it slowly. To be blunt, I got it made with a stogie. Tossed to the wolves, untamed like I'm Mowgli. Keep it doji, like you out of Ozies. Nosy, bitches get nosy. Trying to get down with a brick, keep it low-key. I could pull a trick like I'm low-key. The bet is in the medicine, I'm sick but I'm cozy. I was in a tough spot, but you don't wanna take it there. If you had it like me, you would shake and bear. I'm in need of marketing, someone who could make careers. I've been at the shit.
Yo, actually, yeah,
need a break
that
this
goes
year.
hard.
You can keep bitching for a parlay. I'ma keep wishing when the stars fade. This life is a mission with a car chase. You don't
There.
wanna find out the hard way.
Yeah, that goes fucking hard, man. Thank you for that pointer.
The NS1 too, right? You got the NS1. Little.
Yeah, I use NS1
Just to like clean up
subtly,
the. Yeah,
like,
just clean
like
up the
very
vocal.
little.
Yeah.
Just to tweak it a little. And then, you ever used, I know there's a better one. I use this one.
Like a panner, like it pans it, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, this one.
But Abbey Road has one, the J37, I think it is.
Is that a modulator? A mod.
It is. It's a panner. Here, I'll show you what I think. J.
You
Yes.
can keep bitching for a parlay. I'ma keep wishing when the stars fade.
Oh no.
No,
Okay,
it's
I'm
the-
thinking of something
You don't
different.
wanna find out the hard way.
Okay, here. It's probably my recents actually. Oh yeah, here it is. This thing.
Oh no, what is that?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, dude, Devon Terrell was doing a fucking video on it, and I didn't really understand the whole, like, idea of it. I don't know if you're supposed to put it on your master, what you're supposed to do with this.
But it's like a reel.
But it, like
tape.
Listen, I guess so, but like, listen to what it's doing in like the background. So like, imagine you put that on like your, like you create 2 tracks of your beat. So you take your beat and then you create 2 tracks, one going maybe this way, and then one going that way, and then drop them right down and have a background. What would that do to your?
That is weird.
You know?
That is really
It's
weird.
crazy fucking around with these plugins and waves, bro, because it's like, but like the thing is, I don't know, I think I was on a different level when he was talking about it. I'm like, I thought it was like a panner, but no, so I never really trusted that one, so I never really used it. I'm like, that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
It sounds cool. Whatever it's fucking doing,
yeah.
it sounds cool, and it sounds really good for like balancing like left to right. So, like, have that stereo width, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, like fucking, oh man. Yeah, it had me all fucked up, you know? But like this plugin here, Mondo. You have this. It's in waves. But yeah, it's.
I used the flanger one. I think that's the one I was talking about. Oh no, the flanger one, the mod flanger. The Mondo flanger.
Oh, I don't know about that, but this one, so you look, if you just like, you can like widen it, so you can have the like, so like you can take like your you can have like a background hi-hat underneath the hi-hat that you already have and have it panning left to right to create stereo like image.
I think there's also a Doppler one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, oh, dude, this is just like the bottom of the fucking ladder, dude.
Yeah.
This is Mondo. It's old as fuck. But
No,
like,
yeah, it's one of the older ones. Yeah, it's like super
Yeah.
old.
But like, yo, I mean, I fuck with it because it works for like certain things I need it for, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hell yeah. Yo, speaking of that, I need to like fucking send you over my stems for that fucking song.
The verse, you got the verse?
Yeah, I have it. I have all my stems, although fucking I went and checked my stems, and I got them all backwards, bro. So I gotta pull them back into the fucking DAW and rename them so that I know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I think I might already have it saved, so I might just be able to go back on the DAW and rename them like right in there.
Yeah, no worries, man. No rush.
Cause I recorded it on Reaper, so like fucking. But yeah, like I recorded like hella.
So
Like,
so this guy that you're recording, right? He records himself.
White Leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does home record. Yeah, he records at home.
Oh yeah,
And then
like
he'll send it off. And he actually he works for, or not works for. His main engineer. So like I just do like his side shit basically. Like I'm his sidey.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like fucking.
Like his fun
I'm
stuff.
There, like I'm there if Chris isn't available.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So like, but he trusts me with the shit, you know what I mean? Like, and that's like a good. I'm like, all right, cool, cause like you're fucking solid artist, and he's a motherfucker who's genuine on his craft and shit, and like he fucking puts out albums, bro. Like he's fucking dropped like 5 albums in the last like 4 years.
Oh, that's not bad. It's like every 6 months.
Dude, oh, and dude,
7
they're
months.
well put together albums too. Like
No,
he
yeah,
skits
like
on them and shit.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's fucking, he's about his craft, you know. Like
you have an easier job just because he has good quality shit, and that's what I was telling
that's it.
That was what I was telling people on the stream is that like most of the work can be taken care of if you just get good shit.
That's it.
So-
Although, even though like he doesn't have the best recording environment, so like even I feel like I'm mixing low quality shit, you know.
Yeah, and I was telling them, right, like these bigger artists, right, they're fucking their microphone is like $5,000-$10,000, and then they're recording into a preamp, an actual analog
That's it.
preamp, and a compressor. It's like half of the work is already done for you because you're doing it outside the fucking box.
I'm a sole believer that you can like literally can mix the same thing fucking in the box that you can mix on a fucking analog session. Like,
Yeah.
In a fucking $40,000 studio. Like, you know, like I'm a huge believer on that.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I really feel like anyone can achieve that in the box.
Especially like with these new microphones, right? Like there's like a $400 microphone that like emulates like these higher
Dude, the
higher.
Slate M1.
Is it that one?
Oh, the Slate M1 is just like like that's just what anyone should just get, cause it's like literally like, dude, I've been to high-end studios and shit, and yeah, they're rocking like Newmans and shit, and then but yo, do you know what the most recommended fucking microphone is that rappers want to rap on?
It's that
The
small
Slate
one.
Digital M1.
Is it that one?
It's the Slate yeah, bro. And dude, to the point now, so like, yo, my local library, they opened up a fucking studio.
Oh
Where
wow.
all you have to do is have your library card.
Oh, you can book
and
it.
You can go and you
Yeah.
can book it for fucking 3 hours. And they got the fucking Slate M1, and they also got like Newmans in there, and they also have the Rode N1A. Like fucking, they don't give you, like, they give you a choice and shit, like whatever you want, you know.
Oh, that's nice.
It's pretty fucking fire, dude. It's like I'm looking at, like, I should record my fucking verses there. I'm using an AT-2020, but like I can still get my vocals to sound clean on.
Oh, I love the
You know
AT-2020,
what I mean?
man.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you know how to work, like with what you have,
Uh-huh.
and I know you do, because like that's why that's the only reason I literally fucking like started talking to you, because I'm like, yeah, well, this fuck he's doing. You know, I was like,
It's only $300. That's not bad.
oh man, oh.
It's
Oh, you're looking at the M1?
ML1, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And it's a large
it's sturdy.
diaphragm.
But at the same time, it's fucking worth it.
So
And,
you would,
like, it's
so you wouldn't
talked
spend,
about, like,
so
even Devon Terrell was sitting there like being like, "Yo, that is a fucking fire bike."
yeah. So you wouldn't spend more than $1,000 on a mic.
Hmm. I personally would never spend more than $1,000 on.
Ah. 500.
No, I would buy that, like that Slate digital one, and I'd call it a day until they come out with the next one where they're like, this is the best next fucking thing. But if I'm gonna go and record on a good mic, I also want to be
A Newman is $1,000.
Like if I'm like put it this way, if I'm gonna go and like record on like a Newman, like a beautiful Newman,
Yeah.
like I want to be in a studio setting. Like I don't want to be recording on a Newman in my surrounding, in my like.
Oh shit, the U87 is 3,700.
Bro, dude, look up the fucking TLM 100.
Well, the 100 or the 103? Because the 103 is
or 103, yeah, 103.
the
Sorry,
103
that's-
is 1,100.
Sorry, man, my microphone fucking memory's going hard. It's fine.
The bigger one is more expensive. The large diaphragm.
Oh, like the 87?
Yeah, the 87. Yeah, that one's 4,000 almost, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so take this in. So I have a plugin called Mic Mod by Antares. It comes with the plugin bundle for like auto tune and shit.
Yeah.
And it literally, so what you do is you type in your mic, or you put in your mic, and it modulates it to the sound of like a Newman. You can it has like literally every microphone on there, like all the big ones, like, so it like modulates your sound to the sound of that microphone. But people get thrown off by it, right? Because they don't think they have to do any, they think it's just gonna like work, and like all of a sudden, whoa, my microphone all of a sudden is gonna turn into a Newman. It's like you have to know your EQing and all that shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it does work, I'm telling you. It does. It's really good. I actually use the Sony fucking I can't remember what it's called. It's like
The microphone? The C800?
C800, that's
the one, the $20,000 mic?
Yeah. Yeah, I use that one a lot because it's got a really good pickup on the high end.
Bro, that
So
microphone,
I use that a lot for my background vocals.
Bro, that microphone, I don't think it uses 48 volts phantom power. It has its own fucking power source, which is crazy.
Yeah, but yo, this mic mod, it makes your microphone sound like it. Like it emulates the sound.
I know, but like
at a very nice level.
If you're trying to get that, but like if you have the money,
for a main vocal, but for background vocals, it's nice.
So like when they say Drake, like Drake, when he does his like scratch vocals, he does it on the U87, right? Like,
does he?
Yeah, he uses the like everything before he actually goes in and actually
I
lays
don't know
down.
about all that shit. I mean, like
no, he says it.
But
He said like it's been out there. Like everything he does.
No, I mean just like personally, me, like I don't like research into that shit, so I'm like interested to hear.
Yeah, no, like fucking Drake uses like all the scratch vocal, everything before the actual like, okay, this is the song we're fucking about to like go on the album. He'll like scratch his vocals, all the ideas will be on a U87, and then when he's ready, he uses the Sony C800. Right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like it just makes you like I get it. Like the motherfucker has the money to do that, right? But like it just tells you the amount of like time and detail, they go to do that stuff. It's pretty cool. So that's why I like analog. I'm not saying like again like we're starting out super cheap and we don't got the money to do that shit, right? But when you're actually like at that level, and it's fucking badass, bro. But what I would want to do, like you told me, the Slate microphone, the ML1, that's cool, cause I want to get in the 500 series. I don't know if you know about the 500 series. It's like the little.
No.
It's analog, but it's the smaller versions.
Okay.
It's like little tiny. How I say it, like.
Are you starting to get into analog?
Yeah, dude.
I don't think you should. Bro, I think like you should like stick to like just like compressors and shit.
It's a big it's a big difference though. Like people fuck with you more if you have the actual.
I know, but like you can do the same thing in the box.
Yeah, but like okay, this is how I see it, right? You know how rappers fucking get their chains and like their cars and shit.
Yeah.
That's how fucking engineers are.
I get what you're saying, cause my boy, like he fucking so he's the same way. Like he bought like he just keeps buying music shit, bro. Like he just keeps fucking like he's just pimping his studio the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like he's got a crazy looking studio. Like it's insane. But yet he's not making money or anything. He's not doing anything.
See, that's the thing.
You know?
You gotta offset that, right?
So he's like he's literally just spending money on it just for it to sit there, and it's like, okay, I get you, because it's literally like like you said, it's like investing in gold, right?
Yeah.
You can resell it. That's the beauty thing about fucking audio equipment, is like it's not like you buy a fucking TV and then it's gonna go down in price in like 3 years.
Exactly.
Or 2 years, or fucking like a year.
It'll take a while, right? And then
right? Like,
especially if they discontinue it.
Yeah.
Right, like
So,
they don't
like,
start. They don't make them
sitting
anymore.
there, like I'm buying all this shit, and I'm like, bruh, like fucking do something. Like fucking, you have all this equipment, like you could literally be producing for people and shit, like, and you're just sitting there fucking buying guitars and buying like all this audio equipment for what? Like do something, Like that's my whole thing with him. It's like,
yeah,
but like he's the same way, like he'll buy all this audio because he knows it doesn't lose its value. Like you can roughly get the same amount back.
Oh yeah, with the fucking in the box, like, yeah. But also, like I think you learn more easier if you start, like again, like in the 500 series, I feel like it's more attainable for like us. It's a small.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what the 500 series is, right? Like, it's just smaller. It's like smaller analog gear, and you can put it into a chassis.
Okay.
And then you can make a chain. Like I'm telling you, I'm about to like show my stream like what I'm talking about. I gotta go take a piss.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I gotta go take a piss too, but when I come back, I want to show you an idea for, like, me and Taco were talking about, like, an intro video.
To me.
For, like, your stream.
Hell yeah, dude. Again, like...
we'll talk when we get...
A guitar is an instrument.
Like, again, we got people on here right now. There's, like, my guy... You say what's up to him? World of One Record. New member.
Yeah,
he's on here right now.
I was like, yo, he's fucking sick.
So yeah, dude, we're definitely growing. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna play this video for them real quick.
Yeah, man, I gotta take a piss.
Hey everybody, how's it going? So there's been a lot of debate online about the 500 series of studio gear and if it's any good or not. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you 10 of my reasons why 500 series gear is just plain better. Number 1, it's like Pokemon for audio engineers. The 500 series is a modular standard and just about everybody makes gear for it. Of course, there's preamps, EQs, and compressors, but there's also reverb, delay, reamp boxes, and even tape emulators. Solid state or tube-based, you can find it in the 500 series. Now, the price per module can range anywhere from $150 for a Neve 1073 clone from China to a $15,000 single-channel preamp from Midas. Now, for the record, anybody who spends that kind of money on a single mic preamp should probably be locked up in a rubber room, have his money taken away, and have it redistributed to feeding the homeless, where it'll actually do some fucking good. If you drop 15 grand on a mic preamp, fuck you, you self-centered piece of human excrement. But you can get some seriously great stuff for just around $1,000 per channel. And these aren't just clones either. This is the real stuff from legendary brands like Neve and API. And let's be clear here, these aren't plugins that sound just like the real thing. They are the real thing. Modules can be run together, so custom channel
What's
strips can be
going on
created,
here? You're talking.
and combinations are only limited by your imagination. Plus, there's a certain collectability factor where you just want to catch them all. Number 2, you can
gotta
use
show
your
'em
gear
the-
as plugins. 500 series gear has been around for
intro
years, but
idea,
this
but-
year I discovered something new.
I do have a
bumped into the
feeling like it's
Cranbourne
gonna
guys
be-
at NAMM,
we're
and they
gonna
were
have to be
very
like,
excited
nah,
to show
we're
off
gonna
their
make
new
this shit
toy.
trap
It's an
spot.
8-slot 500 series rack with 8-at ins and outs.
But
Now
I do
you can
think
hook
it would be a
directly
sick,
into
like,
your
intro
existing system.
video, like for tutorials, you know. Not so much like the stream, like we can make a separate one for that, but like for tutorials.
Let's say you're running on RME, Focusrite, UAD, or an audio. Suddenly, all those 8-at ins and outs on the back of your
Boom.
interface just became an 8-channel pathway to some seriously badass analog gear. You can now use your 500
actually,
series
like,
EQs
honestly,
and
just,
compressors
like, how
just
subtle,
like you
like,
would use a plugin.
it
Now,
is,
I've been
you know
working
what
with
I
the
mean?
Cranbourne for the last 2 weeks, and I've just been shaking my head wondering why somebody
And then
didn't
for
do
the
this
outro,
sooner.
like, I know it's
so
backwards,
fucking
but,
obvious,
like-
and the convenience factor is just unbelievable. As you won't be taking up additional rack space for extra converters, and you can keep your analog I/O on your main interface free for the traditional and not nearly as cool rack gear.
Oh no.
$14.99 for the 8-at, $16.99 for the USB version.
Yeah, that's the wrong one.
Only $16.99.
Good.
Number 3, it doubles as an audio interface. If you don't have a serious recording interface yet and you're looking to step up your game so you can handle multiple inputs and outputs, Cranbourne came up with a pretty smart idea. Build the interface right into the 500 series rack. Hook it up
like,
to your computer via USB,
I
and
thought I got the
bam,
wrong beat,
you're in
but, like, I
business.
forgot it was
Just plug it in on your Mac, and it works. And they have custom drivers built for Windows as well.
I split them,
You can
I was
even
like,
link
this is
several of
backwards,
these
like, the
together via
fucking-
the
the one
proprietary
that
cast
ends,
system,
like, the
which
intro
uses
and the one
Cat5 network cable.
back,
It's so simple,
fucking outro.
even a bass player could do it.
Use my freaking Bushi guitar as a crutch.
All right, maybe not the bass players, but you're certainly smart enough to figure it out. Number 4, space saving. This takes up 4 rack spaces, gives me 8 channels plus analog summing and
more
digital
water
connections. These take up 4 rack spaces and give me 2 preamps and 2 compressors with no digital connections or analog summing. If space is tight, you can definitely jam a lot more capability into the 500 series than you can with a traditional rack system. Number 5, analog summing. I think it's pretty clever to add analog summing onto a 500 series rack, especially if you already have a digital connection to it. Send 4 stereo stems out via light pipe, run them through your outboard into the summing mixer, and then back in. Getting real touch feedback on a volume knob is something I missed more than I had realized. Just being able to tweak and listen with your ears as opposed to using a mouse to move an icon on a screen, it's pretty fucking awesome. Number 6, cost per channel comes down. A single Cranbourne Camden preamp costs $349. The standalone EC2 with 2 of the exact same preamps in a rack costs $1,200. If you wanted 8 channels of Camdens, the total cost with the 500 8-at rack would be $42.91. If you purchased 8 channels and 4 EC2 units, it would be $4,800. And that is with no ADAT connection or analog summing. Ultimately, you save money, you get more capability, and you can load up your rack with exactly what you want. Number 7, bring them to another studio. This part's really cool. You can simply pull your favorite modules from your rack and bring them to a session at another studio. If they've got free slots, your modules are gonna work in them. If you're a mix engineer on the go, bringing a couple of modules along can be a really big help and add a bit of your own flavor.
Oh shit. Oh, you're playing your dubstep. Hey, Taco.
Hello.
What's poppin', man?
Oh yeah, are you watching my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we were thinking of like this is like an intro for like your tutorials, not like your actual like stream, but like your tutorials.
Or anything.
I do need an intro though.
Oh no, maybe we would just like leave that out.
We just need the video for it.
Like, oh wait, it like fades out.
There you go. Yeah. And then it
Like
starts.
right into like the beginning, and then on the outro, we'll do this. And then just like do like your credits and shit.
Badass. I'm down for that.
But it like, you know, like it could set like a thing for like your tutorials, you know?
Yeah.
Cause like it could be like, cause like most people like will want to hear like trap, but like
It'll offset it.
it'll just kind of like it'll bring other people into it. Cause they'll be like, oh, that's a sick intro. Oh, this guy's sick. You know, so they'll watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if like, but then they're gonna be watching like, you know, trap tutorials and shit. Like, I don't know. I think we should like maybe like take that like do and like put it in some like trap shit.
We could do that shit.
To a different mix environment. Number 8. It really
like,
pisses.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, cause then or whatever, and then you could just like fucking like figure out like what to do, like just make it into something like shit, and then we'll just use that.
Cause man, dude, fucking. All right, let me.
I don't know. I like this thing though for an intro though. Like it actually sounds like a legit YouTube like tutorial intro.
Hell yeah.
And then boom, it starts. But it gives it enough time for you to like fly.
Let me show you the fucking chassis I want to get. Chassis. Let's see. With ADAC capability. Because we need that. Ah, fuck. It's fucking expensive. Because the problem that I'm getting right now is like on my 18i Focusrite, I don't have any more channels. So that's the problem I'm getting.
You
So
wanna
if
check out my stream?